Always a pleasure to chat to Sharyn Long from Sharyn Long Chartered Accountants. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks.
How are you enjoying, first of all, your time not as the chair of SPAA?
Well, I loved my time as the chair of SPAA.
Yeah, I remember. And you were so good at it. I don't know how you did it.
Well, it was a very, very busy time in the industry as well. But look, I've enjoyed not being so intimately involved in SPAA, but I still stay in touch with everyone.
Yeah.
And I have, in fact, been involved in a project with the Auditing Standards Board on the rewrite of GS 009, so that's kept my hand in, so to speak. But, look, I would say that Andrea and the team at SPAA do a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
And, if I was going to ever be involved in an organisation, SPAA would certainly be one that I would really look at doing something for. Okay,
well, let's talk about what your involvement was with the GS 009, the change in legislation, because it wasn't, yours was a big role, and it is a massive change for the auditors, isn't it?
Well, there's been a lot of change happening around auditing for self-managed super funds, and the Auditing Standards Board prescribes auditing standards for all auditors across all different types of entities. And GS 009, GS standing for Guidance Statement, relates to specific guidance for auditors of self-managed super funds in how they apply those auditing standards to smaller self-managed super fund type or entity audits.
Yeah, how difficult was it to get a change? I know change is constant and will continue to be constant, but how difficult was this particular?
Well, it took a lot of effort initially to get the Auditing Standards Board to write GS 009, and that was first issued in 2007, and it was a long.
But why would it take so much effort to get that done when it is something that is so clearly needed?
I think because auditing standards and audit is typically about auditing reporting entities, so public companies and entities that sit in the public domain. Yeah. And whereas self-managed superannuation funds require audits because there's tax concessions associated with and therefore they need to be regulated, and the ATO relies heavily on independent auditors' involvement to police and regulate the sector. It's not in the public domain, or it wasn't back in 2007 to the extent it is now.
Okay, so is it a pretty good indication of how important self-managed super funds are becoming throughout the financial markets and the influence that they're having and the money they've got?
Oh, no doubt. And auditing is a really fundamental part of ensuring that the sector, works well.
Okay. And how are you enjoying the auditing? Good? You love it? It's exciting?
Oh, Andrew, auditing and people would say my personality doesn't necessarily conjure up an image of an auditor. But look, I think that one of the big things with auditing is the ability to make improvements to it. And we see now that, as the industry expands and grows and develops, we see more pressure now on costs and ways to improve efficiency. And, we see a more electronic-based audit. We see a lot more improvements and a lot more competitive environment. So I think I enjoy the aspect of how I can improve things, while still meeting my professional standards, but how I can make things commercially more viable to continue to service that sector.
Okay, and on a personal note, given the work that you've done with SPAA, it must be good to see the conference just getting bigger and better every year.
Oh, absolutely. No doubt about that. And just the sponsors that you see here in the exhibition hall, it's phenomenal, isn't it?
Yeah, I notice you've got a very big, yeah, you do. You've got a Sharyn Long, no.
Not this year.
I've just seen you sitting at the SPAA one, I thought that was yours. See? That's the power you have. Thanks, Sharyn. Good
Thanks,
to see
Andrew.
You again.